Back to another build video. How are we all? I hope we're all doing super well. I'm doing alright today. Today we're going to take a look at the Rattleguts primary kit gun. I've had this one built for a couple of weeks, I think 2 or 3 weeks, but I went away after I built it and didn't make the video, so that's fucking great. So it's the Rattleguts chamber, tremor grip and slap needle loader. Again, I think there's a loader called Killstream or something like that, which I believe is a little bit better for this, or for most kit guns, but I just don't have it. Or it might be one of those that takes more parts and more farming than I can be dealing with at the minute, so I just use slap needle because I think it's the next best thing. But loaders really are up to you. I would recommend the tremor grip, because the tremor grip is, I believe it's high damage with a little bit slower fire rate, and there's another one called Brash, I believe, which is like higher fire rate with a slower damage. So it's up to you really, it's completely optional, but this is what I'm using. The loader is completely up to you. I would recommend tremor, and then obviously you're going to need Rattleguts. I'm forgetting that Gara has a passive, which is going to make this rather annoying. So the build I'll show you first, I'm trying a new style. You guys are going to have to let me know how you feel about it. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do completely a standard build, just like this. I'm going to show you that build, then I'm going to swap to like a souped up build that I would use in a normal mission with all the buffs and things like that, and then I'm going to go for a Riven, which if I have one I'll chuck in at the end of these videos, and then that's how we'll do it. So for this, for the people that just join and watch the builds and things like that, this is like a completely standard video for you guys, and then yeah, we'll go back to how it is, and I'm trying a new style. If you guys don't like it, let me know, and I'll change it, and we'll go back to how we used to do it. That's what we're doing. So this, like I said, completely standard, and the Rattleguts is pretty much a completely standard weapon. It's doesn't do anything fancy. It's not like the Tomb Finger, which has a fancy secondary fire mode, or like the Brash, not the Brash, the Gaze, which is a super cool beam weapon. This is basically a standard assault rifle. Which is nice, you know. Some people like, I mean, I quite like building my own weapons. I think that's super cool. And it's not insanely, it's not much better than everything else, and you know, it's not much worse than everything else. It's kind of just average. It's in the middle. It's not anything crazy fancy or anything like that. It's just decent. You know, sometimes that's what you want. You don't want anything to be incredibly overpowered or anything like that. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm a fan. And I like assault rifles. Assault rifles and beams they're my top 2, you know, most used style of primaries, and you know, it's pretty cool. So it's not got a crazy high fire rate, and it's not got a crazy low fire rate as well. It's just completely average. It's not incredible in everything. It's got a good crit chance, which makes it perfect for hunting munitions. It's got a decent status chance, but that obviously goes with the parts you put on. You want to put on specific parts to get that. With the parts I'm using, it's got a good status chance, good crit chance, good fire rate. It's just good at everything. So this is with a standard build. And you will see here, this is completely standard. This is a build I would never use because I've got better mods, and you can see there a Riven, which I'll get onto at the end. So Serration Heavy Caliber for damage, Point Strike Vital Sense for crit chance, crit damage, Split Chamber for multi-shot, Hunting Munitions for slash when I crit, and then Rhyme Rouse Malignant Force for viral. Kit guns all come with radiation, which is rather annoying, but you know, hey ho. Viral is obviously my biggest number there, which is great. And I've got a 65% crit chance with 4.6 times crit multi with the parts, so that's pretty decent. If you guys have, you know, this is, if you don't have all of the best mods, this is probably the next best thing. If you do have Bane of Corrupted, you could try swapping it out with Heavy Caliber and see which numbers you prefer. Heavy Caliber is your option slot, so if you've got a nice Riven, which you can see there, I've got a super nice Riven, but we'll get onto that at the end. If you want some fire rate, you can use things like Shred or Speed Trigger here, or like I said, the Bane mods, whichever one you're using, that can go in there. So which is this. This is a corrosive build. Okay, interesting. So I suppose we can show you how corrosive works with this weapon, which I'm going to assume is not the best. Remember the last time I used corrosive on an assault rifle? I mean, it's okay. It's alright. That's not awful. Again, unfortunately, corrosive is one of those. Why would you use it when viral is just so much better? Yeah, with corrosive, it doesn't really perform the best, which is rather depressing. But it's nice to see it working there. Again, corrosive, it's just why would you use this when you know with viral and slash he'd be dead right now? It's just I don't know. I think they need to have a look at where certain things are, and you know, certain things need to be buffed and things like that. So what I am going to do, because I know my first build does include MrAcidhazard, I'm going to chuck that on there, and this is pretty much a build that I would use day to day without, well, obviously I used my first one, but if I didn't have MrAcidhazard, this is what I'd use. Maybe I'd swap out heavy caliber for some fire rate, but I like slower firing, harder hitting weapons. So this is where we'll go at from now. So we'll show you this with all the stats. This is a build that I would recommend using if you've got it. And then we'll go into all the buffs, and then I'll show you my rhythm. So, getting to about, have I not got hunting munitions on? I don't, do I? Okay, this is awkward. I major oopsied apparently. I do not. So what I'll do, I'll get rid of heavy caliber and then I'll put in hunting munitions. Because I prefer Bane over heavy caliber. You know, sue me. You'll have opinions. Right, we'll try that again. I didn't see that. Should have thought about that, really. There we go. That's better. As you can see, I get him down to around about a third. Do a third of his health, and then I leave him to bleed out, because that's all I need to do. Unless I look at my ammo count and stop shooting. It's just good. I like this. It's good. It's not... I still think it wouldn't make a top 5 for me. It's not going to surpass any other assault rifles in terms of DPS and like favour. I still think my Warframe top 5 videos are going to... Oh shit. Jump scare. I still think my... Why the fuck's that one? Fuck off. My top 5 Warframe primary weapon, or my top 5 assault rifle video, I still think they're the top 5. But it's good, and you know, it's another option you've got now. If you have this, it's something that you've built. You've kind of got that to your. You can name it. You know, you go out and get your parts for it. You build it. It's just one of them. It's nice to have your own thing. Yeah, like I said, it's not going to surpass anything, in my opinion. Not for me, anyway. So with Ash Boy there, I'm going to have to get used to not seeing you as much. This is going to be depressing. I still feel like I'm doing this in a completely different order than what I've done for like the last year now. I wonder how long I've actually been making Warframe videos for now. Like properly. So yeah, with that Rhino buff you can see it's pretty gnarly. About what you'd expect. So Rhino mains. This, yeah, it's just good. It's just good. Don't know what else to say. I had a lot of fun using it when I was leveling up. And I do use it from time to time. But I'm using a assault rifle, but I want to use something a little bit different. This is normally what I use. Not a think this weapon's perfect for Wisp because it's not got a crazy high fire rate where it seems to just half all the slash damage. But it's not a weapon like the Soma where the fire rate is so high that it just seems to half. It's kind of pretty much perfect. So this is a pretty good Wisp weapon, and there's a few of them going around at the minute, which is great. I'm so happy Wisp is finally getting what she deserves. Because she's not... I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's a glitch with Wisp. I'm not sure. Yeah, we're not even going to let you bleed out. Yeah. I love Mirage so much. She's so good. And I quite like the way this gun sounds. That was 60k bleeds, by the way. 57, but it's basically 60k bleeds. So yeah, that's with that specific build. Obviously, I'm getting buffed up to shit. So the only other way I could buff myself up would be to use good old carrier with my vigilante weapon on it, which I do have on. All my vigilante mods buffing my crits. We'll use all our super buffs again. So yeah, you know, it's crazy good. It is insanely good, but my Mirage is fine-tuned for primary weapons, basically, so if Mirage can't make a primary weapon work, then there really is no hope. So yeah, there you go. If you want to know what this Mirage build is, by the way, there is a video on it in my channel. Go and watch it. You will see. So that was with Serration for damage, Bane if corrupted, for damage to corrupted. Obviously, if you're fighting infested, you're going to want to put infested on there. It's an option thing, but obviously I spend a lot of my life in void against corrupted, so that is what get you. Although it's very much becoming infested because I do a lot of arbitration survival now. Because I need cover all the fucking time. Split chamber for multi-shot, hunting munitions for slash and a crit, point strike, vital sense, crit chance, crit damage, rhyme rounds, and malignant force for viral. So the only other thing I can show you is this build with my Riven. Now I'm not sure if this Riven is glitched, because the Riven disposition on kick guns or primary kick guns at the minute is 1 out of 5, which is depressing because I don't think it needs to be 1 out of 5. I know why they've done it, because new weapons get stupidly buffed to shit with 3 out of 5, and like weapons like the Brammer come out and then they just destroy the game without a Riven, so they just destroy the planet with a Riven. But I don't think, yeah, I think this is bugged. I think this is the stats from my secondary kick gun, and I don't think it needs to be this high, so I'm going to make it a video whilst you can see. I don't know whether it's going to get changed or buffed or nerfed or something like that, I'm not sure. I believe it's a glitch, because the only other way I can do that is if I go down to my secondary kick gun, which is called Reckless, like me on a night out, and the Riven down here is... Oh no, it's not. Oh, that's a 2 out of 5 then. Maybe it's meant to be like that then. Where the fuck is it? Oh, maybe not then. Those numbers seem incredibly high for a 1 out of 5 Riven weapon. It's not glitched then. It's meant to be like that. It's pretty decent. So, if that's the case, get a Riven for these. I think I formatted this fucking 30 times. Good lord. You see why I always need cover? Like 90% of my Rivens have been rolled a good 30 times now. So if the numbers are this decent, I'd say Rivens are worth it. I wouldn't spend half of your life's earnings on it, but if you can get it for cheap enough, you know, reasonable, go out and get it. So my Riven is cold, which is going to help me with viral damage and minus puncture. So I'd rather have minus impact, but minus puncture isn't awful, and then the build is basically the exact same without Bane. If I was going to swap anything, I would drop Vital Sense and then put Bane on. So now that's that, and I'm going to show you with every buff known to man because I cannot be bothered to take it all off again. You know, Riven, this is where you'd expect Rivens to sort of hit in. But yeah, it's not in, you know, insanely game changing, but it's still incredibly powerful. It's insanely good. So like I said, if you can go out and get one without breaking the bank, grab one. But I wouldn't say it was completely, you need to go out and get this now type of thing. So yeah, that is that. There you guys go. Hope you guys did enjoy it. I'll show you that one more time. Dead quick. That's my Riven setup. This is the one I use for my missions. This is my Fuck You Corrupted setup. And then this is my standard, everyone can get this setup. So yeah, there you guys go. Hope you did enjoy that. That is that. So leave a like if you did enjoy that. Dislike if you didn't, for whatever reason. Let me know in the comment section if you like the new style. I know a lot of you channel vets, as we'll call you. You've probably watched all of my build videos. Thank you. Let me know if you like this style better. If it's easier to watch and you don't like listening to me read 24/7. Which I understand. I don't like watching me read half the time, so it saves me and it saves my vocal cords a little bit, and it saves my dyslexia having to kick me up the arse because I struggle to read. Let me know in the comment section, if you've got any questions or anything like that about the weapon, or if you've got any should I use this or that, let me know. I'll probably answer it. If I won't, someone else will. Links to all my socials and things like that are in the description if you are interested. Subscribe if you're new around here. That would be great. Let's keep growing. I don't know what I want to hit before Christmas now. Just, I'm happy with where we're at. I don't want to ask for any more. You guys are amazing. It's been your boy Acid, and like always, I'll see you cunts later.